Willie, it's great to see you. I know you've got a hectic morning. You're heading off to France pretty soon. And what a team you're sending over there. You can't call it an invasion these days, Willie. It's a special operation.
That's it. I don't know whether we have any winners on it, but we have a good, we have a nice team. It's very competitive over there. And so, you know, prize money is good. So I feel we should always try and have a crack at it anyhow.
Yeah, fair play to you. Willie, when do you decide when to have a go? I mean, there's so many targets that come up in the spring, especially in our jump season. I mean, when do you sort of say, well, look, this horse is fresh enough to have a go? Or do you look back, further back than that?
Basically, they're grade 1 races. So you've got to look at your grade 1 team, or, you know, maybe grade 2. And anything that comes out of Punchestown would be on the list. So we could have a list of 25 or 30 horses. And then we would look at, some owners don't like going to France. They prefer to put their horses out to grass. And other owners are keen enough. If there's good prize money there, let's have a go. And we whittle it down then to the horses we think might get into the first 5 or 6. You know, there's nice place money down to 5th, 6th, 7th even. So and we try and put a team together, and here we are.
Well, look, you've won the French Champion Hurdle 5 times so far. I mean, you've got 3 going there. They all ran, in fact, at Punchestown as well, didn't they? Should we go for Classical Dream first? What sort of shape is he in?
He's in good shape. The difference when we won the French Champion Hurdle, most of the other times, it was much later in the season.
Yeah.
Now they've done a sort of a Dublin Racing Festival. They've brought their Champion Hurdle meeting and the Gold Cup meeting together on this weekend. And we used to have the Prix Le Barca here as a prep and then go on for the Champion Hurdle 3 weeks later. So now the thing has changed, but Classical Dream is in good form. I think Paul writes him. I think the trip will suit him, the track will suit him.
Yeah.
And as long as travelling doesn't get the better of him, you know, he's a very difficult ride in races. You see that at the start in Cheltenham on the way down to the start. And, you know, that's our biggest fear with him. But he's arrived. They've arrived in France. They rode out this morning, and I'm told the whole team are eating and drinking well. So they did a little bit this morning, and we're going to school them tomorrow morning.
Well, intriguingly, that's good news, Willie. Intriguingly, you've got Kemboy and Tornado Flyer going back over hurdles, slightly different hurdles to the ones they might be used to, however.
Yes, but they're 2 chasers, and, you know, the French hurdles are like mini fences, so it shouldn't be any trouble to them. They'll have a pop tomorrow morning. But I think the weather is supposed to be good over there, goodish, mixed, but it dries up very quick once the sun comes out, because I think we've temperatures of probably 25, 26, 27 for the weekend, and a dry morning turns the ground good from soft in the morning. Mm-hmm. That'll be no problem to them, and I don't foresee any problem jumping either with them.
Yeah. Tornado Flyer, just wondering what you think might have happened to him. He obviously won the King George. He's not quite been up to that sort of standard in 2 starts since. What sort of shape is he in? Well,
on the face of it, he looks fine. Just wonder about Tornado Flyer's form over the years. He seems to be, his first, second, third run might be good, and then he goes off in the spring. You know, we've never brought him to France, so maybe he's had his downtime and he's back fresh again.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but he certainly doesn't finish out his season as well as a lot of our other horses do. But Danny will probably do what he did in the King George, hope that they go fast here. And I imagine I'm just looking at the sheet here, there's 9 left in. So I imagine for the last mile, he'll be probably in 9th and try and pick his way through. I imagine that'll be the way he's going to ride him anyhow.
Right. And good old Kemboy, what a servant he's been over the years. Good run in the Punchestown Gold Cup. You must have been quite pleased with that.
That's right. He likes goodish ground, so if it dries up the morning of the race, that'll suit him. And he likes to be forward. That'll suit him. The favourite is it L'Autonomie?
Yes.
Yeah, so she often doesn't put her best run in at this meeting, I think. But she'll be forward, and that'll suit Kemboy. He'll want something forward with him. I don't know much about the rest. I haven't gone through them yet.
Sure,
But
sure, yeah. But
he
yeah,
likes
listen,
to do pace, and he likes to do it from the front one or two. You know, if he gets an easy lead, he'll take that, and if not, he'll just be upsides.
okay, great stuff. And what about the one on Sunday, the Grand Steeplechase to Paris? I mean, if Boum Photo goes and wins this, Willie, he joins a real select club, doesn't he? You know, there's only 2 members of it so far.
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, we had him penciled in for the champion hurdle, but I felt you're never going to make history unless you take part in it. And so we said we'd let him run in the Gold Cup. It's a very difficult task, as Guillaume Macaire, I think, said on one of the French interviews. The English style of chasing, the Irish style of chasing, is to jump your fences cleanly, because you can't afford to get more than 6 inches below at the top of most of the fences. Whereas in France, the object of the exercise, I think, is to brush through your fences. They have 1 or 2 stiff fences, but basically you lose too much ground in the air if you jump with an English-Irish style. And that's what they'll jump. They're going to jump tomorrow morning with a few French jockeys on board over French fences. So, I felt he's a Gold Cup winner. He's a relaxed horse. 3 miles and 5 around here wouldn't be any problem to him. If he can just adjust to the fences, he's fit and well, and we'll give him his chance to repeat history, and he'll be the 3rd horse to win both races. Yeah. What were you saying? Mandarin, and what was the other horse?
The Fellow.
The Fellow. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think he did it the other way around, didn't he? The Fellow won the Grand Steeplechase first, and then he won the Gold Cup afterwards, didn't he?
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. What was the last Irish winner of the Grand Steep? Someone will probably.
The last winner of the last Irish train winner of the Grand Steep. We're on it, Willie. I can tell you that now. Let me just tell you for a while, somebody who's better knowledge than I got.
Something like Sergeant Murphy or something like that. Something talking about 1904.
It's been a while, but listen. Well, Davy Russell, he counts, doesn't he? He's Irish. He won it a couple of years ago. But Willie, I wanted to ask you. I mean, Franco de Port, lovely horse. What made you go for him for this particular mission?
I feel he's never fully given us what he can show us at home. His rating wouldn't suggest that he should be here.
Yeah.
But we're taking a chance. It'll be probably his last run of the summer. And French bred, he's jumped a lot of these fences before he came to us. So we put him in there hoping rather than expecting anything, and I imagine he'd be ridden for 6th or 7th place as well. And they can fall apart. I think David Casey was just saying to me that he rode a sort of a 50-1 shot in it one year, and he was riding place money. He ended up finishing 2nd. And I imagine that's what we'll do with this fellow as well. And if he could run well here, we might bring him back to the next Auteuil meeting, where there's, I think, the Prix de Drag, I think, is a race that might suit him. Anyhow, I think his owners might travel as well, so it's going to be a fun weekend with the hope of place money. Well, one thing, and if you win, you never know. You never know. Look at Noble Yates and all those things, So if you don't try to succeed, anyhow.
Well, if you're not in, you can't win, Willie, that's for sure. I mean, Burrows Saint, as a former Irish national winner, you have no doubts about the trip for him. And how's he been since he unseated in the Grand National? He's
been good, but he hasn't put in the run. To me, he hasn't put in a run yet this year as good as he was last year. We got a wind-up done on him, and unless he improves a lot, I'm not sure it was a success. I wouldn't count it as a success. They're not all successful wind-ups. So he was 5th in this race 3 years ago, I think. Is that right? 3 or 4 years ago?
Correct, yeah, 2019, yeah.
So with maturity, you'd hope he'd better that form. However, his form this year doesn't suggest that he's going to do it if he finishes 5th again. I'm looking at the prize money here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 41,000 for 5th.
Not bad, is it?
Yeah. So,
well, Willie, listen, really appreciate your time. It's good to see you, and you seem very chilled and laid back, as you always are. But listen, best of luck out there. Let's hope that things fall for you.
Hold on. They never asked me about our other runner.
Go on.
In the we have a filly running there in the pre.
Oh, Instead.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm so sorry. Yeah, tell me about her. She runs in the
I think she could be in each way.
Yeah.
Each way. She's a lot better than she's shown us. She ran a crack of the last day. She got beaten in Limerick. Was it at Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't believe it. I mean, if you had one bet out of our whole yard at Christmas, we would have said back her down in Limerick. But then remember, I think Galopin Deschamps got beaten down there in probably the same race or a similar type race before he went to Cheltenham. So, she's a decent mare, I think.
Listen, I missed about that. I can't let you go without just asking you, which horses are you preparing for a crack at the Queen Alexandra this time? Is Stratum going back there, or what's the plan?
Yeah, Stratum is running Sunday. This will be his prep run, or Saturday or Sunday in Saturday in the Curragh.
Yeah.
It's a mile and a half. It's a bit short from, but he runs there, and I think we might. I have 2 or 3 for it. Maybe Burning Victory, I think, goes for the Gold Cup. But I have 2 or 3 for it. Bring on the Night is a horse that's going to be aimed for there.
Right.
So he could be one.
Great. Okay.
Follow.
Lovely. Yeah, I know you've got a plane to catch. It's been lovely to see you, Willie. Listen, best wishes from all of us here, and really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Cheers, Mike.